It may seem as though if you have a complaint, yeah, just pull that number. Well, we're off site. We're back on site, and we're not working on a Power Stroke. We're going to be working on a modular motor, kind of like that one you saw when we blew up down here the last time. Except it's in a Chicano line. I don't know. AUTOZONE says that he needs a mass airflow sensor, but does he really need a mass airflow sensor? Let's see if they're right. All right, guys, let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for coming back and checking us out. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Well, that can't ever be a good sign. Oh my goodness, what the heck is this? Well, I'll just kind of leave that right there and take note that on the road tests there is something to be had about the foot area on this vehicle. Okay, 153,000 miles. Let's go ahead and hear it start. Definitely a V8er. Let's turn this down here. Okay. Guess we'll drive this in because I'm not going to work on this out in the lot. Oh wow, I've never seen a Chicano line with a rearview mirror like that, with a little LCD display. But whatever, we need to figure out why this lovely service engine soon, not check engine light, this is telling us we need to service the engine soon. I have IDS already loaded up. We're going to see what is going on if we need a mass airflow sensor. So I just pulled next to the door of death. Let's get IDS. I gotta pull a little bit forward. I can open the door all the way. Sweet! Man, don't miss these things at all. We did just have that 4x4 Econoline that came in with the 7.3. We had to do some rough running stuff and, you know, 4x4 Econoline stuff. Some of you guys might be wondering why the headphones attached to my glasses. I didn't want it to be attached to my shirt and my 80s gold necklace to cling on it. So now it's up away and not making any noise and is right by a melon. All right, coming in, going in. Let's see, does he have anything plugged into the OBD? Oh wow, it's not all salty and crusty down here. Wow, what a life down here. I think I could get used to it. Key on. Let's turn the HVAC off. IDSing. Let's turn this all the way down. There we go. Alright, we're waiting for our light to blink and our VCM icon to illuminate. And we're going to be rocking and rolling. Sometimes we have to give it a little persuasion. Let's go ahead and hit connect. Come on, where is the little lock icon? Come on, we're hooked. Let's see here, let's hit X. It's gonna bring us back to this screen. Alright, says we're connected. I'm going for it. Let's see what it says. See what it says. Keys on. I don't think we have anything plugged into the OBD. Or do we? Oh, we do. Okay. Maybe we got some anti-theft stuff going on. Finally. All right. Little VCM icon. So important. All right, what do you think is going to be it? Man, I tell you what. This Florida atmosphere is no freaking joke. I love it, but it's no joke. 2002. Oh, wow. The year we graduated high school, Billy. Wow. Primitive. Wow. Them old ones had this little tab here. You don't see that tab anymore. All right, let's go to the self-test. Very important. We talk about these codes every damn time. 2 types of DTCs. On-demand and continuous memory. Continuous memory, something that it has seen, it has stored. On-demand, meaning right now there is a problemo. What could it be? What could it be? I hear the fuel pump on right now. Please wait. Are we going to have an on-demand code? Survey says... Dun dun dun! 1132. Oh, wow. And 1152. O2 sensor indicates rich. All right, let's conserve power. Shut the key off. Let's pop the hood. All right. So if we have both upstream oxygen sensors indicating that we have a rich condition, would that be a vacuum leak? No. Vacuum leak, we'd be having unmetered air coming to the engine, not through the mass airflow sensor. So what's going to be controlling both banks of the engine? Fuel. Fuel is going to be going to both banks of the engine, but what's going to be controlling that calculation? The mass airflow sensor. It is very, very indicative if when you get a vehicle that has, oh wow, I take it this doesn't have AC, huh? It is very indicative that when you have rich codes that you might have a problem with the mass airflow sensor. So let's check that out. But first I need to get suited up. Got the stash. Got the Florida stash. We'll put the Florida stash right here. We'll reuse the ones we just took off not too long ago. This was my territory back when we were growing up in the drivability world. So let's see, one of the first things we're going to look at, let's check this air filter. Let's take a little glance. Ooh. Oh, it's a K&N. I'm like, man, that don't look right. I will say that those air filters in the cone application is not the best. And the fact that we just heard from the customer that they've had to replace the mass airflow sensor again, I don't know, this is just not looking like a clean filter. I wouldn't waste the performance air filter on this application at all. So we'll set that aside, give the customer an option here. But looking at this mass airflow sensor, let's look in here a little. Let's get a little closer. Let's come in here and take a little look. Let's use that zoom because I need to see too. Is anything stuck in there? See those 2 wires? I've had debris actually go through the air filter and short out those 2 wires. We have a IAT sensor, a intake air temp sensor right there by itself, and then these 2 wires right here, that's the hot and cold sensing wires that's in the mass airflow sensor. So as air passes through here, it knows the resistance reading of when that charge is coming through to decipher whether or not we have a lot of air coming through or not a lot of air coming through. And depending on the air quantity is depending on how much fuel you're going to be injecting into the engine, which is going to make power. So let's go ahead and take this out. Let's hook my man Javi up. Oh, Looks like this has been off for a while. I don't know if you guys have Econolines, but maybe make sure this is up all the way because it's keeping stuff out of your engine compartment. All right, 8 millis. Don't lose them. Then right here, it's important to know if you guys pull this off like this, boom, we have an electrical connector right here, and that, boom, comes right out. All right, maybe they did not replace it, but I do see that this was incorrectly installed. See where the triangle is supposed to come through? Let's go ahead and force it out of where it is, because that's not where it's supposed to be. Get this stubby out the way. Release! I don't want to bend it because it can bend quite easily, but then again, up north, these things will be just rotted out. All right, there we go. That's better. All right, I guess let's just totally remove it off now that we got it out of the way. We need to get an air filter, but now the mass airflow sensor fits inside this housing, and it actually has 4 little clips, or 4 little fingers that sit right here that's going to allow this to pop out.
Holy smoke. It's got bullshit or bark.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Oh my God. I mean, oh my goodness.
Oh, I just committed the sin
Of what?
of foul language.
Oh my gosh.
You record me? You can't record me. Oh, you got me now. I'm in trouble. Like your channel. I said, holy beep.
Oh my. Let's look at this math-a-doodle.
Math.
We'll show you a little trick of the pros. So pop this thing out. That should have been off. Pop this thing out and shove it through the hole here. Then you can get your math and disconnect it. Look at that. That's the whole housing on a Chicano line. Now, I'd said that this had been replaced, but it looks super dusty in here. Look at my finger just wiped. Look at that. So, during first visual inspections, what did we talk about? Look at this air filter. Why waste the money on this performance air filter? Like, that's not good, Javi. I think we need to get an FA1632 in here, restore this back to how it's supposed to be, and then I am almost going to assume that we're not going to have this, because if it's getting on this plastic, what do you think it's doing to those 2 sensing wires I was just showing you guys when I zoomed in? If those are getting coated with this foreign material, when we over oiled this stuff, this is what winds up coating those wires, and subsequently causing the math to fail.
Which side of that is the clean side and which is the dirty side?
That's going into the engine.
That's dirty side?
That's going into the engine.
Okay, so air's coming in this way.
Yep.
All right, so we're not eating this like that heavily, but it is getting through.
Mm-hmm. Well, it obviously has to, because it's coating the inside of this.
Yeah, okay.
And that's the only thing that makes sense. If we're repeatedly failing this, this has got to go. If you guys are running K and interfilters, do you guys even remember to clean them? There's been countless times over the years where customers have bring these things in and you take out the air filter and it looks worse than this.
Yeah.
I'll try to put a link. If I can remember.
That million-mile frame of mind is what it is. You know, they advertise the million-mile filter in it. Sure, it might go that far, but you gotta maintain it. I'm gonna find the video right now as we're talking, and I'm gonna show you guys this air filter
Look at this air filter, how I'm tapping it on the ground and all the dust and stuff coming out of this. That's the worst 7.3 air filter I've seen in a long time. But then we come back to this K&N air filter, and I don't know. It's not as bad as that 7.3, but nonetheless, I don't think I'd want this inside this housing. So this is drawing fresh air through this horn, and then if that becomes clogged, it still can suck air out of here. But why is that oily? The only reason why that's oily inside here is because that air filter is so oily that it's actually leaking out the bottom of the housing. I think we need to replace that.
Let's get one coming.
I think we need to replace it.
All right.
Mass airflow sensor coming.
I'll get it ordered. Let's do it.
I wonder if they'll have that in stock.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty common. Let's find out.
Call them. I loosely put the air filter housing and everything back in. Let's turn the key on. Let's pull up data logger and verify in fact that we have a rich condition on both banks. I've never seen a radio that turns the volume up every time you turn the key back on. All right, let's see here. We're gonna go to some PIDs, to some values that we haven't selected in, shoot, I don't even know how long. Look, it's only on one page too. Imagine that, all the stuff, the sensors we got today. Now I got the hiccups. Let's see, where's long term? Man, it's been a long time. Okay, math. We'll look at Barrow. And we'll look at, I think that's it. All right, let's hit the tick mark. Let's see what we got. Starting it up. Let's watch these fuel trims. Oh, they're a little high. Let's turn this AC on because I'm sweating. Let's see what we got. What do we have? What do we have? So, math voltage. Math hot at idle. It's supposed to be around a volt. That's not to say that when we give this thing some fuel, let's see here. Let's see what happens when we take it off idle. See that part right there? That's looking a little lazy here. Big long peaks. Those should be nice and close. We're gonna see. Look at that math stand at 1.58 volts. That's not what it's supposed to be at idle. Hot at idle is supposed to be around a volt. So that thing is definitely sticking. Look at it right now. It's going all over the place. Wow, let's now the oxygen sensors kind of fell on their face. Let's give it some throttle again. See what happens. The math went, now it's at 0.96. Wow, super weird. Let's pull up RPM since we actually don't have an RPM gauge. Let's see here, where are we? RPM, there it is. Let's see what RPM is reading. All right, let's give it some acceleration. All right, 2000 RPM. See what the math is reading. All right, let's give it no more acceleration. All right, coming down. All right, coming down. There we go. Very interesting. I think that mass airflow and that K&N have got to go. bad. Well, looky look. FA1632, and we have a blue streak mass airflow sensor. Oh, wow. I see. Look at that. I preemptively removed these two bolts here because that's how the Ford one comes. But it looks like blue streak is not going to come like that. They're going to come with some tamper proofs. Oof, I wasn't anticipating that. Let's go down and check the tamper proof drawer and see if we have some bits. I think we have some. I think we have some bits
right there.
Where's the driver for that? That's what I don't know.
I don't know where the driver is.
I don't know what it looks like.
It looks like that's not it. Justin knows. He used it last.
What about?
But this here, there is a driver. We can use this one.
What about this drawer?
No, it shouldn't be in
there.
No
tampers?
Those are not tamper-proof. Those are all regular.
No tampers? All right, we gotta
yeah,
go
you're gonna have to use the easy red and then
let's find out which one is which. Nope. Nope.
So the bit we need is with the driver. That's awesome.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, alright. You scared me.
Ooh.
There you go.
Look at that. We'll pop this guy in here like that. Now we're cooking. Alright, well, I've never used one of these little guys. Come on. Oh, I was covering it the whole time. I'm like, why won't I go reverse? Yeah, this is not how the Motorcraft mass airflow sensors come. Don't lose these little screws because you ain't gonna find those. Pop this thing out. Oh wow, look at that. Okay. Let's keep this in the same way. It's got to come out. All right. We have. Oh wow. Look at that. I've never had them. Never had them like that. Gonna have a little rubber gasket. Yep. Got it. Same way. It's got a rubber gasket on it. I feel like it's seated down in its hole. Put these puppies back in. All right. Let's put it in tightening mode. Oh yeah. Don't want to go too tight. Don't want to go too tight. All right. Now we working. So let's get this out of the way. We don't need this right now. We'll put this mass airflow sensor back in the box so that we don't have any further issues. All right, here's the air filter housing. We're gonna assemble this here before we put it in the vehicle. All right, that's connected. Go ahead and fish back through your rubber grommet. It's kind of got memory, so it'll go back where it needs to go. And then we have 4 tabs that are in the housing. And then don't forget to match up the triangle with the triangle. Triangle with the triangle. All right. Now, this is the trick. Because sometimes these get boogered up. And this is exactly why that triangle hole wasn't lined up with the triangle. we're gonna go ahead and put this air filter on now. All right, that boy is sitting just like that. Now we'll take our lid. Now there's supposed to be a locating tab right here, but somebody has cut it off because they were probably fighting with this and couldn't get it. So I'm going to index that where it still should be. This is what happened. It was he's trying to fight this gap and didn't have the triangle in the triangle and was like, I'm just gonna smash it, and it eventually broke. So that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Now go ahead, connect it, put the air snorkel back on, switch over to the 8 milli, and we have 4 8 milli bolts that went right here under the cowl and above the radiator core support. And then we had this little horn that went right here to allow air to suck in right above the radiator. All right, mass airflow sensor installed. Let's go ahead and bring some of these tools back over to the workbench so that we're not cluster messing our area. I'm a firm believer in putting stuff back where it should be. That needed to be charged, definitely. And that went there, and that went there, and uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Where the hell did the bit go? Are you kidding me? Come on, are you kidding me? Alright, now I gotta go on a search and rescue. Where did it go? It would have had to have fallen out as I was taking all this stuff. Come on. As I'm talking about putting stuff away, then I lose this. Would you believe that? Would you believe that? Jiminy cricks. Alright. Wow, I was just tripping. I'm gonna put what, I don't know if you guys caught that. I'm gonna put the reclip of the video. You can see right here, I actually didn't notice that the bit was still stuck in the mass airflow sensor. So now I come back over to the vehicle and I'm like, where did this thing go? And it fell out of the mass airflow right there. Holy crap. So I told you, I like to put things back where they went. This is his Camper Torx T20. We're gonna put that guy right back in his home and we'll see him next time. Whew. Don't tell Ray. All right, let's get the computer. Now what I have done is already cleared the codes. I have, look at these little babies. Look at them. Cane and Crimson. Look at them little mamas. So what I've already done was went ahead and cleared codes, and I also went and cleared CAM. CAM is the keep alive memory that stores all of these values for idle, for fuel control in the PCM. So let's go ahead and get live. Let's pull up a PID so it comes back online. Live data. All right, let's go ahead and start it. Okay, fuel trims are high right now because it is in open loop fuel control. And we're not reading our O2s yet, still coming online. And they should start switching anytime. Okay, look at our short terms. Short terms are looking good. Here comes our oxygen sensors. Here we go. All right. Let's look at our mass airflow sensor right here. Let's see what that's going to read as we give it some throttle. I say that looks a little different than last time. Now clearing cam, we're going to have to take the vehicle out and drive it, let it learn its fuel trims, but look at those oxygen sensors. That's rich lean, rich lean, rich lean, rich lean, not just rich, which were the 2 DTCs that we got. So that is, that's definitely a change with how this thing is going to read, and I would contribute that dirty air filter as a result on prematurely failing this mass airflow sensor, which wasn't a Ford one anyway, but we put a Blue Streak in it. Never used Blue Streak. I've watched Blue Streak. I like Blue Streak, but I've never used Blue Streak.
I couldn't get a Motorcraft, man. That was all that I could get, so that's what we got.
Hey, we got an FA 1632. I'm not going to throw this out. I'm going to give it back to the customer because he might have other plans for it, but beware. If you're going to run them, but at least keep them clean because it is very, very important. I appreciate you guys for watching. I know it's not a Power Stroke. It is a gasser. Sometimes you guys want to see gasser stuff. Sometimes you don't. Well, this is what fell onto my plate as of today. I appreciate you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, sub, share. Ray and I will see you guys later.
See you guys.
See ya!